Welcome everyone to Big VTV for a Monday night. Steve Chalmers and Craig Freeman with you. No Justin Nelson tonight. I believe he has picked up the sniffles.
The sniffles.
Is that a 4-week delay?
Serious case of the sniffles. I think it's a little soft on his behalf. I had some strong sniffles. His wife has called up and said he's faking.
Really? Wow.
He's made fake sniffles and he's using me as an excuse.
Well, I know he mentioned that he was going to be at Latrobe on the weekend. It's a cold place down there during the winter time, so maybe he picked it up there. We're not too sure, but if he's faking it, well, you better be back in studio tomorrow, if not Wednesday night, my friend, because we are holding down the fort for tonight.
Strong feeling he won't be in.
Strong feeling?
I'm going to tip it.
Strong feeling. Let's kick it off. Youth League 2 Women Round 14 action. There are some of the results on screen. Pakenham and Casey was built to be the match of the round, and it certainly didn't let it down. Yeah,
it delivered on all fronts. Went to overtime with Pakenham just squeezing out a win. Gallagher was huge for Pakenham, 26 points and 8 rebounds. Samantha Neal massive with 16 and 9 as well. For Casey, Tappers continued her strong season, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists and 7 steals. Tess Young good with 21 and 13. That could be a grand final preview, and if that's a preview, I'm happy to see the grand final.
Well, that's right. Grand final preview, 2-point overtime game. I'm happy to see 3 games of that later on this year, if that is to be the case. Frankston went on the road, took care of Sherbrooke by a handy margin, 25-2 first quarter, got it done. Zoe Schoenfelder had 12 points, 12 rebound, double-double. Liv Woods was good off the bench for Sherbrooke. And Whittlesea knocked over Werribee on the road by 7. Hayley Wine continuing her impressive season.
Yeah, just a casual 25 rebounds on the day to go along with 19 points and 5 blocks. Alana Anthony also good with 21 points. Unfortunately, no results at the time of recording for Mornington versus Blackburn and Western Port versus Southern Penn.
That's correct, so let's move forward to Youth League 2 men. Frankston on the road fell short. Chelsea are pretty good this season. They got the job done by 9 points.
Aaron Frost jumping back into Chelsea, played some time with the seniors. Of course, 24 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen King with 26 points, 7 rebounds as well for Chelsea. Tristan Lloyd off the bench with 16, but Chelsea looking good.
Pakenham got the job done over Latrobe City. Ned Wiedemann, very good. 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Murray Myers had a good weekend for Latrobe City, led the way there with 22 points and 8 rebounds. Whittlesea got the job over Keysborough. Gabe Evans, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Louise Agon was good for Keysborough. Pakenham raised a 23-10 first quarter to get the job done over Maccabi.
Yeah, huge comeback there. Nathan Dodgson with 25 points and 12 rebounds, leading the way for Pakenham. Idam Shamis had continued his good form. I know you were high on him early in the season. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Maccabi.
Frankston and Craigieburn was a top 4 battle, and Frankston got the chocolates by 5 points.
Yeah, another game that lived up to the bill. We picked it as one of the best games going into the round. Josh Cleary with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Ab Solano with 28, 5 and 4, couple of stars going at it, and a team we're going to see feature pretty heavily in finals.
Absolutely. The other top 4 contest that we got to witness over the course of the weekend was Collingwood and Melton. It was game of the round last Friday, and Collingwood have held home court.
Yeah, Dane Dutt putting on a show with 21 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Ball back continued his good form, 24 and 11. But we know that Collingwood, if one of their 2 big stars are rolling, they're very hard to stop. And if they're both off, it's going to be worrisome in the finals. But you've got 2 guys that good, you're always in the game.
Alexander Coco was very good in that game too. So once you get a third wheel,
Coco Cabana,
they are up and about. No scores: Western Port, Whittlesea, Mornington, Collingwood, and Latrobe City and Wallen. Let's look at Youth League 1 women. Camberwell. Chelsea have been ever improving this season, just fell short by 4 points.
Yeah, big tight win for Camberwell. Emily Wilson leading the way with 13 and 5. And we saw Craigan with a big win over Eltham.
That's right, a 31-point victory. It was a 28-4 second quarter that got the job done. Casey Valenti Paella, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for the Eagles. Ellen Horsley, 14 points and 13 rebounds for the Wildcats. Kilo and Coroyo, the Stingrays only suited up 6 players, so there was a personnel issue there. Katie Byrne had 20 points off the bench. Nikita Aston fought hard for the Stingrays with 18, but it was an ugly match. McKinnon, Chelsea Branston played in the youth team. They are very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for her to play every game of the youth league team from now on. In the senior team, of course, can't make finals, so there's no use keeping her around there. They're going to make a strong run home here if she keeps playing like that.
Very much so. Just sitting outside the top 4 are the Cougars, knocked over third place Geelong 81-57. Rounding out Youth League 1 women, top of the table clash. Sunbury got it done at home by 14 over Keilor. Naomi Stowers had 22 in that one. Emily Ellis with 11 for the Thunder. Youth League 1 men, Camberwell, 15-point win over Corio to kick us off.
Yeah, we saw Charlie Fritzeris with 13 points, 5 rebounds and 7 assists leading the way there. Kirk Harris with 17 and 12 for Corio. Nice win from Camberwell there, Seatown.
That's right, Seatown just continuing their good ways. Geelong, big winners over Hume City, who just backed off a bit. Josiah King, 21 points and 5 rebounds. Waze Hassan into the starting lineup with 14 points. Waverley also big winners over Coburg. Nathan Malloy had 21 in that, as did Rory Killen. Sunbury got the job done at Warrandyte, and Warrandyte, not a good weekend, I should say, for them in an important stretch of games.
It is. Nathan Baker was great for Sunbury. 20 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. Had a very strong game. Just couldn't find enough weapons, Warrandyte, on the day. No one could put the ball in the basket.
That's right. Bendigo knocked over Werribee in an important clash for them as well. Jake Lloyd, 19 points, 11 rebounds and 4 assists for the Braves. McCurr John Kutch had 23 for Werribee. Waverley continued to roll over Casey. They did have that one surprise loss a week or two ago, but just back on the wagon and away they go.
Yeah, that loss might have woken up a little bit, lit a fire under them because they've been on fire since then. Cody Fredrickson had a good weekend. He had 17 points against Casey for them.
We mentioned Warrandyte's poor weekend. Ballarat, impressive win, 10-point winners at home. Amos Brooks, 22 points, 13 rebound, double-double. Warrandyte found a scorer on Sunday in Cody Perry Allenby. He had 33, but it just wasn't enough for the Venom. Moulton Victorian Youth Champ Women. There's a host of games each and every week in this one. We're coming into the concluding stages of this division. Hawthorn were good winners over Warrandyte to kick us off. Grace Burke, double-double. Ellie Caruana. They've got a lot of Caruana players down there at Warrandyte. It just keeps going. But Hawthorn, 9-point winners there. Dandenong, strong winners over Hume City.
Yeah, big win for Dandenong. Felicity Hilford with 16 points to lead the way. And then we saw Sandringham get a strong win on the road in Bendigo. Meg Rogauskas leading the way with 20 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Tess Barnes with 13 for Bendigo.
Yeah, can continue to roll, do the Sabres on top of their conference. Ringwood, impressive bounce-back winners over Knox. Anna Dearborn had 21 points. Eliana Bravington continued her stellar season, 24 points and 19 rebounds. Kilsyth made light work of Ballarat.
Yeah, huge win. Brittany Miller with 15 points to lead the way, but a very well spread out game there from Kilsyth. Nicholson with double-double, 10 and 12 for Ballarat.
Waverley knocked over Bulleen. Nyaduth Lock, 24 points. She's had a good year. Alicia Casey as well, 22 points for the Boomers. Diamond Valley continue to roll. They'll be a smoky come playoff time.
Yeah, they will. Amelia Smith turned it on in this game with 27 and 10. And then we saw Melbourne with a huge win over Ballarat. Not a great weekend from them.
Yeah, impressive by the Tigers. Zoe Hurley led the way there with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Nuttawading got the job done over Dandenong. Kaylin Ibbotson had 12 points in a good even spread for the Spectres. Felicity Hilford had a good weekend for the Rangers, mind you. She had 16 points in that one. Hawthorn, good win over Altona.
Yeah, nice strong win. Altona have been in great form all season. Brianna Hands leading Hawthorn with 25 points and 9 rebounds. Destiny Liu with 21 and 13. And Jess Rarity nearly a triple-double, 13, 10 and 8, but just not enough for Altona.
And of course, Ringwood making claims into the postseason. They defeated Hume on the road by 9 points. Beck Nola, 18 points, as did Nihara Ravi Kumar to go along with 8 rebounds and 8 assists. So a good game from her. Let's wrap it up with Moulton Victorian Youth Champ men. Big games in this division. As we know, it's very tight in one of the conferences. Nuttawading and McKinnon was one of those crunch time games, and the Spectres, 6-point winners on the road.
Yeah, we billed this as a huge game, and if McKinnon wanted to stay alive, they needed to win their games through here. This was a huge weekend for them, and Remo came out and had a bit of a classic Remo game. He had 21 points and 8 rebounds. Luke Painenborg with 20 and 17. He's had a great season for McKinnon. I think underrated player in the league.
Absolutely. Bulleen slipped up a little bit this week. Had a couple of injuries to my knowledge. They went down to Blackburn by 21 points. Tommy Williams had 19 points. Jake Heath, 12 points, 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Harry Fale, 13 points. Shayan Mabubi went out of that game midway through. They were also missing Matt Foster, I believe. We'll touch on Bulleen's second game a little bit later on. Eltham and Sandringham was certainly the offensive powerhouse game in this division, with 2 players notching 40 plus points.
Yeah, Mark Scherf for Eltham with 40 points and 5 rebounds. James Stiganini with 42 and 13. Just an awesome game to watch. Eltham ran out fairly comfortable winners in the end, but seeing 2 offensive explosions like that is always entertaining.
Yeah, just massive. Hats off to both of those boys. Kilsyth got the job done over Ringwood. Mitch Dillerman's 24 points. Jordan Adnam, best as always, 22 points, 15 rebounds and 7 assists. Cade Fidelani had 15 for Ringwood. They slipped up later on Sunday though, however. Sherbrooke got the job done over Melbourne, and Alistair Parker had a game.
Yeah, he had 23 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, near triple-double again. Dan Kinkella continued his good season. He's had 25 points and 7 rebounds for Melbourne.
Ringwood bounced back on Sunday afternoon, knocking over Knox by a handy margin. Matt Roberts had 19 there. Ethan Woodward with 14 for the Raiders. Eltham got another win on Sunday, defeating Blackburn.
Yeah, strong win. As we saw, Blackburn's early round form was very good. They're a talented team, and Eltham were able to come out and get a much-needed big win. They're with Mark Scherf leading the way again with 23 points. Great weekend from him. Bull me up with 26, 7 and 5 for Blackburn.
We spoke about a couple of players having 40 plus on Saturday night. There was another game that had a couple of players scoring 30 plus, and this was another offensive explosion with a couple of individual performances.
Yeah, Doguk had Aliezer, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Has been a consistent scorer for Altona all season. For a team that's struggling a little bit, he's played very well. And Joe Furphy was bubbling over with 33 points and 12 rebounds.
Been very good for the last month or so, has Furf. Excuse me, as Hawthorn obviously defeated Altona in that one. Keilor knocked over Bulleen at home. The Thunder are just rolling at the moment. As I mentioned, no Matt Foster Jr., no Shayan Mabubi there, but that didn't matter because Keilor were very good.
Yeah, the tough thing for Bulleen at the moment, they had 2 huge wins last weekend, but they're almost erased by these 2 wins here. We saw last weekend, we were saying, well, if they could win 1, they'd be looking good because we thought they might pick up at least 1 this weekend, but now it's going to be tough for that number 1 seed again. They're back in the battle.
Diamond Valley knocked over Kilsyth, and they had 2 of their stars lining up.
Yeah, Liam Kelly and Jack Roberts suiting up for Diamond Valley. 27 points and 12 rebounds for Liam, and Roberts with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Pretty handy when you have those 2 guys rolling in town.
Will McRae had 31 for Kilsyth, just fell short, just wrapping up. Nuttawading in their important double, just fell short at home to Dandenong.
Yeah, we saw Dandenong get over the line by 7, a huge game that we built it as one of the games of the round. Tom Graham for Nuttawading with 15 points, Forsyth for Dandenong with 16, but those are 2 of the most talented teams going around, you'd say.
That's round 14, done and dusted for our youth leagues. Only 2 rounds to go for 3 of our divisions, so it's certainly getting tight towards the end of the season. Tomorrow night we wrap up round 14 for all our senior divisions. I'm assuming you and I will be back. Seeing Sniffles, or the new Mr. Sniffles, may not be around. We'll see you tomorrow night on Big VTV, 5:30 PM.